Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm going to record this video for just this. I believe this is game 1 because you said this was the highest quality game, and I think there's still a lot of good takeaways. So yeah, let's hop right into it. I'm going to start with just some basic stuff for each of your matchups, and then I'm going to hop into some timestamps and breakdowns. So we're going to start just top to bottom. A couple small things here. I'm going to nitpick a little bit, but in this matchup specifically, I like Revitalize instead of Overgrowth here. Overgrowth is definitely more of a scaling rune. You just get more and more HP as the game goes on. To be completely honest, Darius, like the most difficult part about Darius is just surviving this early game. I like Revitalize. It synergizes really well with Last Stand too, because what happens is you hit level 3 and then Darius Bleed ticks up your passive for your W, and then you pop your W at, like low HP, 30%, 35%, 40% HP, and then you get maximum uptime on your last stand, because last stand doesn't count shields, it just counts your current HP. And then you get more of a bonus shield from Revitalize too, which will allow you to win a lot of these trades against Darius early. Also, if you really want to dumpster Darius, a lot of Mordekaisers take Flash Ignite in this matchup top lane. I understand this is comp, so that you feel pressure to take teleport, but just know that many Darius players are still going to run Flash and Ghost, because that's just what the champion is really good at. It's okay for you to run Flash teleport here, just know that you do have an opportunity to win this matchup if you go Flash Ignite with Revitalize. If not, it's okay. But yeah, just something to be aware of, I guess. We're talking about jungle here. Jungle, we're just doing like a typical top to bot path. What we're going to wanting to do is like full clear into bot side and get a gank at like right after we do bot scuttle crab, and then look to use the Ezreal Karma range advantage here before you get there for the gank to chunk the bot lane out, maybe get a kill, maybe burn some summoners, and then free up Karma to roam for either grubs or to reset for dragon early. So that should be what you're calming to your teammates' cares, is your idea. So, I mean, the whole point of picking Bel'Veth is she's an absolute monster when she gets snowballing, but she can't really snowball by herself. She's literally like melee kindred without the marks. The marks are just objectives, right? So to get the objectives, she needs to free up her team or like unlock her team to help. We have the perfect bot lane synergy here to get push, to poke, to chunk people out, and help Bel'Veth start snowballing the game. Yeah, that works out good for me. Mid lane. This matchup is actually very similar to the Zed matchup. If you ever played against Zed mid lane, the key is to count to 6 seconds. Ori Q is on a 6-second cooldown. So as soon as she Qs, that's where she sends her ball to a certain location, here to here, here to here, or here to here, or whatever. She can do that once every 6 seconds. So Ori's also another champion that harasses a lot with auto attacks. Personally, I'm also a big fan. If we're going to be into a matchup like this, there just comes a point where you get too tanky and too beefy for her to do anything. The danger zone is because you can no longer take MR runes, or armor runes for that matter. You're a little bit more squishier than you used to be on these tank matchups until you get some magic resist early. So I'm a big fan of second wind D-Shield. I see that you took Conditioning, which is once again a scaling rune in a matchup where you already just scale extremely well to the point of where you outscale her. I'm a big fan of taking runes to get you through the weakest part of your game, or compensate for the weakest part of your game in some aspect. I mean, that's kind of like why you have Minion Dematerializer, right? It's because early, at least the earlier levels, it kind of sucks for your wave clear until you get like 3 or 4 points in Q, until you get like maybe a Bomby Cinder. Same reason why we might take second wind in a matchup like this, where Orianna has to burn a ton of her mana and a ton of her time auto attacking you to chunk you out meaningfully, if you have D-Shield second wind. And let's talk about bot lane. Bot lane, this is a pretty self-explanatory matchup. Varus is running Tempo, which means he wants long extended trades, but we're Ezreal Karma, so we want very short and bursty trades. This champion does nothing level 1. He can Q, and then hopefully he Qs somebody who is not like 8 miles away, like Ezreal and Karma like to be, because like what happens in this situation if Braum tags one of you guys with Q, well, you guys just walk away because you play the game in a different postal code from these guys. What you should be looking to do is sitting in this brush early, or up here in tri-brush, and looking to just grab just nasty, juicy, chunky poke level 1. I'm talking about Karma Mantra Q, I'm talking about Ezreal Q, and then you just back off and then use your HP advantage to generate a slow push that you can use to crash on wave 3 in time for Bel'Veth to come bot lane for either a gank, because what happens then if you crash, the wave's going to slow back out. You'll have an Varus, an immobile Varus, and then a Braum, who are both probably around half or 2/3 HP, pushing a wave out when your jungler is coming bot lane for this gank, and that is just absolutely beautiful. And we can set this all up because our jungler so carefully told us, hey, I'm pathing bot side, and we have double range advantage with some pretty decent wave clear. So that should, it's like just some small stuff about the lane here. You know, Last Stand, Legend Bloodline. Yeah, this is all okay. Gathering Storm, we're playing for the late game. I have no exceptional problems here. So let's start looking at this game. Let's go. All right, let's watch this. I guess let's start back at top side. Where's Cadril? Do you get it? So we see Darius push in here. Totally fine. This is Darius. This guy's gonna chump check the crap out of you. You do the smart thing here, walk with your wave. Whenever you're afraid of getting bullied in a level 1 matchup, it's always smart to walk with your wave, because that way, if he wants to auto-attack you, he's tanking these caster minions, all of which have 24 starting AD, and it's if you auto-attack them in the middle of your wave, your minions turn to hit Darius too, all of a sudden it's like Darius is getting hit by 2 champions at once. Actually, more than that. You only have 61 AD. I guess plus your passive, what is that? 4? Nice. You're doing 65 damage in auto. These 3 minions altogether are doing... well, more than that, I guess, before resists. So it makes it much less likely for Darius to take trades in your wave. And already here, the way that the Darius matchup works level 1 is he can cheese you hard if he gets the jump on you before you get to your wave, because then he doesn't have to worry about your minions. But as soon as the minion wave meets like this, level 1 in this matchup specifically, if he's autoing the minions, we can auto the minions too, because Darius does the same exact thing every other champion does. He can't do auto the minions while he's auto attacking you, while he's, you know, casting like an ability or another ability or another ability. He's only level 1 Darius. He only has 1 ability available, and he can only auto attack 1 thing at a time. So if he's auto attacking the wave, that means he can't hit you, which means that you should walk up here and get some more free autos. Like, Darius is not a ranged champion level 1. No Darius is going to take E in this matchup. Otherwise, he will actually just get his absolute ass beat. Like I said before, if you have Ignite and Revitalize, you actually just run his shit level 1. But to be fair, if you're not feeling super confident in the matchup, I'm okay with this. But I would like you to get some more experience into the Darius matchups and know how much you can get away with punishing him early, like especially level 1 in the Mordekaiser matchup specifically. Or we might have to just look to ban the champion because of how oppressive it can be if you're not intimately aware. Like, one mistake in this matchup and he does run away with the game, and then it becomes impossible for you to lane. Let's look mid, because mid, we have another, not like another problem, but like another thing we need to deal with here, right? And that is our push pattern mid lane doesn't work like it might work in top lane in a melee matchup. The reason for that being is our typical push pattern is we fully charge Q on the wave, and while our Q is charging, we prep our W. So our Q hits, our W pops, and the wave is clear. The problem is this guy is a pretty good player. He's a challenger player, multi-season challenger or grandmaster player. He knows what he needs to do to cut your push. And what he does is he waits for you to charge your Q, and then the second he sees you prep your W, he'll QW you and pop your W, and now you lose all your wave clear. I think we can watch this happen a couple of times, Smith. Hopefully it'll happen. Sometimes I won't look like an idiot. Come on now. No, I saw it happen. Hey, this is good, actually. You hold it for a while, and then you walk back. Let's see if it'll happen next wave. Okay, W's up. Should be looking for a Q. He doesn't even do it. Nice. Good hold on your W there. He like literally did it preemptively. Ah, here it goes. There it goes. So maybe I gave this guy too much credit here. Maybe he's not even looking for your W. He's literally just looking for your Q windup for you to stand still. And then he's going to QW you because you're just a sitting target. But yeah, he might be unintentionally cutting your freeze. Yeah, he throws it before you... This is looking good. Like, you still get the wave in, but you lose the W pop, which would help you push the wave faster. So what I think I guess the way that you can get around this is you fully charge your Q, and if he wants to leave you unharmed, unharassed while you're fully charging your Q, you'll take that just fine. And then you can walk out, prep your W, walk in range briefly, and then pop your W. It's much slower, but it is still faster than getting your W completely nullified by her QW. Fortunately, we do die to the level 6 plus Scuttle Crab gank timer. And we can know for a pretty good fact that the Viego is not going to be bot side because Bel'Veth walks into the river here. If Viego is bot side, he should be literally right here because he's like he should be done with Krugs and walking up river to take Scuttle Crab. The fact that he's not here, we can go in and see Scuttle Crab is here, meaning Viego is 99% on top river. And this is the timer that he would be ganking if he was, and unfortunately that is first blood. But then we make a very good conversion here on a kill bot lane, so all is well. You could also ask Bel'Veth with help for pushing this wave if you think it's going to be a bit too slow. You guys do get it in time. I'm glad you don't get stuck in lane there. Excellent. Okay. Okay. I like you warding here, but at this moment we can tell. Look at Ori mid. Look at this ward right here. Look at Varus' positioning. We have all of this part of the map completely blocked out, and we have no clue where Viego's at. And top is getting pressured routinely the entire game. I can say with probably another 80 to 90% certainty that this Viego, based on the scouting that we did, is already on the grubs right here. So what I want you to do, this ward is fine, but as soon as we get the ward, I would like you to go back mid lane, Sion, because you are missing out on the opportunity to start hitting this wave and maybe stopping Orianna from hitting level 6 so fast, and maybe hitting level 6 yourself earlier. Luckily, you don't miss any EXP here. But your team didn't really need help securing the dragon in my... It's just a bit of an inefficient rotation. And what happens with inefficient rotations is they kind of add up over time, right? So here we didn't really lose anything. But maybe we rotate to another fight too soon. We lose like 2 to 3 minions. Oh, okay, and then we reset because we mismanaged our wave and now it's frozen, but we have to reset anyways. Oh, now we lose like 5 or 6 minions. And that happens all across the map routinely for the first 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes of the game. And then all of a sudden the gold lead just gradually increases. So right now it's 1-to-1 and we have a dragon, but they're up almost 1,000 gold. And if I hit tab, I guarantee you it's all just going to be minions. So it's 20 minions top lane. Let's just look at the gold here too. Now, top's only down 400 gold. Jungle's down 400 gold. Mid's down 400 gold. AD carry's up 400 gold. And support's up 200 gold. But all together, like these top lane and jungle and mid lane gold differences make up that 800 gold lead that the enemy team has right now. I do want to talk about this, by the way, because I like this. I like you guys looking for something. 2 things. We show a bit too soon right here, Cares. I kind of like picking up pieces of the terrain as some sort of, what's the word? Indicator for minion vision. It's not this. It's like slightly past this. It's like right here is where the enemy starts to get vision from the minion wave. So if you stand like right here on this line, on this side of the line, the minions will not see you. We're gonna test that, or I'm not gonna test. I'm gonna show you that. So this line right here. As soon as you cross that line there, even though Sion is not in position or not ulting yet, you kind of give away the gank. If you wait 0.5 seconds for this minion to move up to here, you can move all the way up to like literally here, and she will still not see you. So she just gets like an extra couple of seconds to see the gank coming and start pathing away from Sion before it happens. We missed the Sion E, we missed the Sion R, we hit the knockup. But if we miss all that ability, all those abilities, and Sion's already low HP going into this fight, Bel'Veth's not level 6 yet, it's going to be very hard for us to kill the Orianna without like hitting those key abilities, in my opinion. Watching. Like, I do want to say, top lane, the fact that you are not getting absolutely just like bullied by this guy top lane. I said top lane twice there. I'm sorry, it's like 11 p.m. and I've been coaching all day. I'm exhausted. You have to excuse my slow brain at this time of the night, guys. The fact that you are not down 4 tower plates and haven't been solo killed in a matchup that is very, very, very punishing is actually like very commendable. I'm not paying lip service either. So I am very impressed here. You even delay his recall here, which is excellent. What happens bot lane? Okay. Something insane in my room is happening bot lane. Varus just walks up melee range and ults us in the face. And we have E and heal and flash ready. Just like a small, like, you can keep an eye out for the animation. I know in this skin, specifically, it's hard to see the animation. But even when Varus casts his R, you can still buffer your E most times if you're, like, be aware, like, okay, he's level 6. I see he's level 6. We're not level 6 yet. He's probably going to look to aggress because he has level advantage here. Totally fine. We don't die here either, but we do burn all of, like, literally all of our sums. That's our flash and our heal and karma flash and karma ignite, and we don't gain anything from it. Another, like, small inefficiency here, where not the end of the world, but that will add up over time. All right, let's skip ahead a little bit. There it is again. You press your W, she instantly WQs you to pop your shield so you can't clear the wave. This is looking good. I like this. You could walk up real close. Good E. Good placement on the knockup too. Remember, yeah, you're remembering what we talked about. If the enemy has the option to dodge here, we can literally force her to dodge into Sion or walk in the direction she wants to go and get hit by the knockup. So this is great. And now Sion gets fully charged Q. We call this the terrain difference, by the way. I love this. We hit with this, but then unfortunately, we just are a bit too late. So the only problem here is layering CC correctly. I love this. I love we lead with this ability that forces Orianna close. We hit the E to slow her so she can't easily dodge it. And then we hit the Sion Q knockup. The thing we need to pay attention to is the CC bar above their HP. So it says airborne, and then it'll count down this timer until she's no longer airborne. Okay, now great. Now she's stunned. We cannot wait until this bar is over for us to layer our CC. We have to time our CC. So, okay, well, we have to travel the distance between here and here. Sion ult is like ramping move speed. So literally we have to ult way sooner than this if we're going to hit the Orianna and chain the CC. And once again, this is like another small thing that results in her being able to flash away. Because if she gets hit by that Sion R, then she gets stunned and knocked up again, and then the Sion R goes off, and then Bel'Veth can, you know, Q again, and then smite, and then E, and then Ori is almost definitely dead. But instead, we do end up getting an ult, but at the expense of what? Or sorry, a flash at the expense of an R. And this loses our chance for what possibly could have been a really great snowball play to get Bel'Veth ahead in the game a lot. So, for example, we see this play developing. Bel'Veth still full HP here when this play happens. Sion, well, you know, pretty has to reset. We have full HP Bel'Veth, gets the, you know, the reset from Ori, and walk top lane and start doing grubs here to deny Viego the 6 grubs. Ori is now dead. Respawn timers are long enough at this point where she can't just immediately TP back and have pressure, so we at least get 1 or 2 grubs, if not all 6, or all 3. Then we can reset into bot lane where all our vision is and then take dragon. So that's the best case scenario and what could have been. And it's only because of very small mechanical misplays or like layering CC or not CCing soon enough, to be completely honest. Let's see. We still end up getting the dragon, it looks like, which is amazing. Like, I'm not complaining at all. And a double kill for Bel'Veth. So Bel'Veth still ends up getting 2 kills anyways. And now the jungle kills are back in parity. But here we go at like, what? 1,400? No, what is that? 16? Guys, don't make me do math. Holy cow. 1,600 gold difference here. And, you know, we got 400, 500, 450 from top lane. You know, not like 30 from jungle. Mid is down 800 gold, 850 gold. Bot lane's down only 100 gold. It's pretty much just the mid and the top lane that are down. Everyone else on the map is good. So at this point in the game, we're relatively even. A gold lead like this at 10 minutes is very negligible. This is why I was telling you guys in DMs that I was very impressed by the first 10 minutes of your gameplay, because this is a team on paper that is just higher ranked. But you played, in my opinion, even with these like small mistakes, like potentially over-rotating for objectives, not contesting the wave as hard as we could, missing some key abilities in these skirmishes. Even with that, we're still in fighting shape at 10.5 minutes. And we're going to get our second dragon of the game. Like, this is great, guys. I don't want to make it sound like I'm a hater the whole time. Believe me, I'm very impressed. This is another thing. We have Ezreal in base. Mid lane does not have push here. Karma is pretty far away. Your Gromp is up, Bel'Veth. There's no way you're killing this Braum right here by yourself. Especially with 1,500 gold in your inventory. You're sitting on like a full item completed in base. This is another thing of, okay, we're just wasting time here. Who cares about this control ward? Yeah, it sucks that he gets a free control ward, but I'd much rather have you take Gromp, reset, get your item, so you're now on 1 item power spike, the same that Viego's on, and then you're back out on the map in your top side and able to affect the map more. The small things, they do add up. Skip ahead a little bit, maybe. Where we at right here? Okay. 13 minutes in, the gold lead has increased to 3,200 gold. But why, you might ask? We have 2 dragons. Plating is not even, but you know, 1 plating here, 2 plating, 2 plating, 2 plating. But we have 2 plating. So like, yeah, they have a little bit more plating than us, and they have 2 more kills than us. We have 2 dragons, and you know, like, it shouldn't be that big of a difference. A kill is only 300 gold. They have 2 more kills than us. So with that plating, maybe they should be up 1,000 gold. But then you realize that a CS, like 13 to 14 CS, is a kill's worth of gold. And top lane is down 40 CS. Jungle is down almost like 30 CS. No, sorry, 20 CS. I know how to do math. I promise you. Mid is down almost 20 CS. Oh, sorry. Literally 26 CS, sorry. Bot lane is up 10 CS. But altogether, we're down like 2 or 3 or 4 kills worth of CS across our lanes just due to these small inefficiencies. I keep harping on this, not to be a Debbie Downer, but just to pinpoint that this is the difference between like higher level solo queue players who min-max their time very efficiently. You will almost never see a Frozen Titan sack multiple waves to go to a fight, even if the fight is good, because he will just have pushed the wave beforehand and then not lost anything from rotating to the fight. And it's really hard to know that or to get that muscle memory down because most people won't punish you in solo queue until you get to like Masters, Grandmasters, or even higher. So this is just like the small things that your enemies will let you get away with if you're like maybe like Emerald or Diamond in solo queue. They won't punish you for this, and they will do the same thing. But it is what makes the difference between you guys and Grandmaster or Challenger teams. As of now, I want to say for now. Because, like, look, we're not getting solo killed a crap ton. We're not giving up every objective. We very much have our like a chance in this game. But all things considered, the gold should be closer to even at this point, considering the kills and the objectives and the tower plating is my only point. Okay, let's look at the downfall. This starts off, by the way, as an amazing play. I love this. Bel'Veth is topside, picks a fight with Darius. Great E from Mordekaiser from Swaggy to set this up. Good Q. Amazing W timing. Beautiful. Amazing. Immaculate. That brings more even, like, evens out the gold lead even more. Beautiful. And then problem arises, and then the Fire Nation attacks. So this might look dire, but it's really not. What happened here was Viego just Q'd, W'd, and R'd, and no one is dead, which means he does not have any resets, and he does not have any cooldowns left available. I think all he has, if this is telling me the truth, is Flash right now. He is, oh, I guess he has Q. Oops. It is a short cooldown. It's 3 seconds. Okay, so, and then he Qs. And here's where we make the mistake, in my opinion. It is a mistake to ult Viego here, because we have Bel'Veth with their Q charges coming off of cooldown, and it's a 2v1, and Viego has item advantage over Mordekaiser at this point. Mordekaiser sitting on 1,000 gold with mask-plated steel caps. Viego's full Bork plus Merc Treads plus components here. He is very strong. We do not want to be isolating this 1v1 unless we are 100% sure we can kill the Viego here. And as we just used our W to barely survive the Darius kill here, we don't have it for this fight. We do have Q and E though. The correct play is when Viego, you know, ults from here to here onto Mordekaiser and then Qs. All Mordekaiser has to do is cast his E like this behind him. It'll drag the Viego back into Bel'Veth, and then you guys just beat this guy's ass like he owes you money. You guys still almost kill him, by the way. I want to make that very clear. We slightly missed the E, but Viego here, 235 HP. If Bel'Veth, has smite, 40 true damage, plus Q, 189, plus 1 auto attack, plus Mordekaiser, 1 auto attack. This guy's 100% dead here. But we kind of just isolate Viego's 1v1s. If you guys have played Valorant before, if you ever remember clutching up in Valorant or even CSGO or maybe PUBG if you're 8,000 years old like I am, whatever you do, or maybe COD, Modern Warfare, if you're ever in a 1 versus many scenario, the way that you win is you isolate your 1v1s. You guys isolated the 1v1 for Viego here. Is it the end of the world? No. But this was the chance to snowball the game. And instead what happens is Viego gets the reset, now gets all Mordekaiser's cooldowns. Kills Mord. Kills Bel'Veth. Gets the double kill. Sion ults in to try and help. Viego flashes over to kill Sion. With Orianna gets the kill here, I guess. But one inopportune calculation of isolating a 1v1 gave Viego the reset on Mord, gave the reset on Bel'Veth, killed Sion, gave Rift Herald. What else did they get off of this play? Not a whole lot, okay. And now the gold lead is almost 4,000 now. Is it still the end of the world? Not quite. We have one more play developing here for the Dragon, and this is the last play I want to go over, because this is what looks like a desperation play. The gold lead went from, you know, 1,000. No, it went from like 800 to like 1,200 to 2K to like 2.8K, 3.4K, and now we're almost at 4,000 gold lead. But nothing really has happened except for a couple of sloppy kills. And now we feel pressured. But look, we're actually in great shape here. We have them pinched. We see Darius topside. Mordekaiser's a non-factor here, but Darius is also a non-factor here. Where things go wrong in this fight is we have to understand who starts the fight. And it is never, ever, ever Bel'Veth. Fights are started in our comp by either the enemy walks into us and we just blow them up instantly with like Karma Ezreal, or Sion is the one who pulls the trigger. Sion, you have ultimate in 9 seconds. It is your job to calm. Guys, wait for my ult. Wait for my ult. Wait for my ult. Instead, we fight right before this. Bel'Veth gets nuked before the fight can even happen. You don't even have ult for 5 seconds. These guys can't really hit that easily because Braum is just soaking damage. And reset city. And now the game is... I would say the game is over. Because Darius gets this tower. The enemy team gets Dragon. The enemy team gets mid tier 1. Herald's mid. Almost gets another kill. That was scary. And now, at 17 minutes, it's looking more like a 6K gold. Almost a 6K gold lead. So to summarize this all up, because I don't want to only be negative here, if we could isolate the first 11 minutes of this game, maybe let's take... maybe the first 10.5 minutes of this game. This is excellent. This is more than I could have ever hoped for, because we are fighting evenly with a team who outclasses us on paper, on like literally only in rank. We are fighting relatively evenly at 10.5 minutes. We've made it through laning phase and we're only down 1,600 gold. We are getting first and second dragon here. We're not getting solo killed a bunch. We're making proactive plays. We're communicating. Are our fights sloppy? Yes. Is our target selection a little wonky? Yes. Do we mess up our abilities? Yes. But it's not hopeless. And that's what I want you guys to take away from this is, if we clean up our skirmishing in the first 10 minutes, if we stop rotating when we don't have to, if we address the side waves and let them push and then rotate, if we lay our CC correctly, if we go into a fight or a lane or a matchup with a plan and an understanding of how that matchup plays out, we won't have to give up so many minions topside, or we'll be able to better clear the wave mid lane, or we'll be able to chunk them out, because I don't even think I looked at this, but I took a note on this. I'm pretty sure you guys don't even chunk them out at all. Hey, look where you're standing level 1. You guys aren't able to punish at all this Varus matchup. They just walk into lane scot-free here. In fact, you guys eat poke from them. Oh, you hit a good level 2. But they should be mantra queued level 1 walking into lane, and then you do the same thing to them level 2, and now they're half HP or lower for both of them. So small things like this are your chances to beat better teams. We work on that. I'm convinced that we're going to be able to take games off of teams that you guys might count yourself out against. But I'm proud of you guys. Looking forward to our next session. I know I'm rambling. Once again, I apologize. It's almost midnight now. Jeez, I need to go to bed. I will see you guys this week, and good rest of your night.